Hi, my name is DESIREE Waddell. Um, I should say was, because I had two lovely daughters, identical twin girls. One Saturday night, well, with their friends, usually they go to their friends and they asked me, Mommy, if I can go, it's one of my friends' birthday, and usually it's nothing strange because whenever they have their friends' birthdays, they all go out and celebrate. And I was like, I was hesitant at first. I was really hesitant because they had exams, and usually I don't send them out when they have exams. And whole day I was telling them, no, you're not going. I don't care. You have exams, you're not going. But my girls being sweet and kind, and they was just perfect in every way. People say you can't say a child perfect. I could say they were perfect. In my book, I could say they were perfect. So, then she came in the room, and I wasn't feeling well, and they were doing everything that day and looking after me, and she came in the room and she brought food and stuff for me, and she's like, Mommy, I want to talk to you, but don't get vexed, Mommy, I want to tell you something. I was like, okay, baby, go ahead. I said, Mommy, you're telling us we cannot go, but when is our birthday, all our friends come and go with us, and you don't want us to go. That's being selfish, Mommy, and you're not supposed to be selfish. I look at her, and I look at her with the sweetness in the face, and I just couldn't just say no more. And it's like, she said, Mommy, it's just multiple choice we have, that's soccer, that's easy for us. And that's when I changed my mind, and I said, okay, baby, y'all can go ahead. So okay, they started getting ready to go out. They started organizing themselves later that day, the usual. I jump on the machine, sew their clothes before they go. And I still wasn't feeling well, but I still, they're getting ready. I'm making sure, everything intact, the makeup on point, the clothes. And they would have me take out a million pictures before they leave the house. So I was doing a photo shoot. And, the friends came and they picked them up and stuff. And they kissed me, they left. Then they came back because they forgot their IDs, which they always do. And then one had on heels, and one, but both of them had on heels, and the one decided, okay, I'm not going no heels, I'm going in flats. And she put her flats on, so she was walking down, going in front of the other one. Is like, oh, go, sister, come back and hold my hand now. I have to walk down the stairs for this. So she came back, she held her sister's hand, and she walked to the car. That was the last time I saw my girls alive. So that fateful morning around 4, I got the knock on the door, and the father got up, but I told him, go and open the door. The girls let him come. So he got up, and then he came back and said and told me that two boys outside, they said they want to talk to you. So I got up, I gone outside. Now I looking at these two boys, and looking at their faces and reading something that I don't really want to think. And they were like, Auntie, the girls got into a little accident, and the police had to come down by the hospital. I kind of dropped back a bit, kind of like my head just went blank. I said, okay, probably a little break and all this something, and I got ready and I went down with them. The young man take me down. Reached out in the hospital now. I went to the counter. I saw the other friend's mother, and I said to her and I asked, well, where's my girls? Where my girls? She say, she don't know. I said, how you mean you don't know? But look at your daughter on a stretcher there. Where? So okay, I went to the desk and I asked them. The guy, he's looking at me in a funny way, and then yet he's telling me, he said, I don't know, no, nobody came in. I said, okay. I walked back out. I saw the medics. I went over by them and I asked them if they bring in two girls. I seen the strange look on everybody's face, even the people who were sitting outside the hospital. Everybody just staring at me. And I walk over to them and they tell me, no, it still have other people down there, so they will bring them up just now. So my hopes will, I'm saying, okay, Father God, all right, it's a little break and a little break for something. And so I was pacing the hospital yard in the back. I was just pacing, talking to God, and I was just walking up and down. I called my brother, called my sister. They came after. They came a little while after. So while standing there now, I see the coroner's van drive up. And the man in the van staring at me, looking at me in this kind of way. And then when the police, he came out of the van and he was coming towards me and he just said, Ma'am. And I didn't want to hear anything else. I just dropped down and I just started bawling, screaming on the whole hospital. People on the top floor was telling me after that they heard me. And my brother and my sister, I had a friend working at the hospital, and I called him and I asked him, I said, listen, that's before the ambulance, and they came and I asked him, I said, you could come and check me, because as the girls got in the accident and asking people to, and then nobody wanted to tell me anything, so probably could come and see if he could get through. And he did come. And when he went, but he's following, he's guiding me out, he's walking with me, he's talking to me to like keeping me calm, but I'm making out everything that everybody doing. I find it strange, you know. And then my brother and my sister came, and they went, when the police and they came, all of them went down by the morgue. And I see my brother coming up crying. I never see my brother crying in his life, and he's 30 something. My sister too. And then I was seeing somebody asking them, like they point raised, ask them if it's two, and they nod. And they took me home after. I just kept telling them, carry me to the church. I need to go and talk to God right now because I can't really understand this. You know, and I went home. When we went, the church was closed, so we went home. And when I went home, there was like a multitude of people in front of my house. And I don't know how I reached upstairs. I think they took me upstairs. I can't remember. And from that day on, the 9th of June 2013, my life has been total hell. It's like living with a chronic disease. You know it's there, but you have to try to live still. And I didn't even know how to tell my son. So he come and he was like, Mommy, what happened? What happened, Mommy? I was just hugging him and I don't know how to tell him. So I was like, I have to tell you something, you know, but I don't know how to say it. Then I told him, his sisters had to go to heaven because he was just 8 and I couldn't bring it to say the words. And I told him, his sisters had to go to heaven, and I explained a little bit to him. You know, but he on still. So after that, that's when everything started to go downhill. He was never charged. The driver was never charged. He was speeding. I went to the hospital to see one of the survivors. I sat and I talked to her, I asked her, I say, tell me what went on. And I call you and I tell you about this hard driving and don't let this boy be driving hard with all and stuff. And she was like, Auntie, we was telling him to stop. We was telling him to stop and he wasn't stopping. He just kept on speeding. Right? And I got up from that seat watching her, and the last thing I said to that girl is, I send my children out to the devil. And I walked and I went back home. And getting up in the morning was something. I couldn't get up and see about my own child. You know, seeing about my son was like a task. You go into depression. I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat for 40 days. I couldn't eat 40 days plus. Food wasn't something that I wanted, water, nothing. You know, the funeral came and stuff, buried them. Okay, well, trying to see that what's going on, why this boy not charged. Several visits to the police station, and these people not telling me nothing. I find I'm like, but this boy killed 3 people. How he's not charged? He wasn't charged first. Then I started hearing they took the breathalyzer 5 hours after. They took the breathalyzer 5 hours after he went to the hospital. On the spot, one of the policemen told me, he was saying, they were pulling my shirt, I told him, I said, what is the reason they would have been pulling his shirt? Now because he was speeding and they were trying to get such to stop him, to get him to stop. You understand? That is exactly what the survivor told me. But up to this day, he hasn't been charged. They say it's gone to an inquest, so I'm still here waiting. I've seen everybody, the police, the DPP, the Attorney General, I've seen everybody. And up to today, I'm still getting that crap. Almost 3 years. And you're telling me it has to go to an inquest taking 3 years? When you can see, a blind man could see that that boy was speeding. One of the policemen said if the car could have done 300, he was doing all. So I don't understand how come he in charge yet. You know, and this is what we have to go through as parents in this country. I think the laws, they're too lenient with the drivers that kill people on the street. They're too lenient. So I guess everybody could just kill people and get away with it. But as long as I have life in my body, I will go at it, try to get some justice. I will be an advocate for the others who are yet to come. I started a support group for people like me who lost their children in vehicular accidents. It's God's chosen children, that we come together and we try to, you know, comfort each other and be that shoulder for each other. So that's as good as it gets. Your whole life is just turned upside down. Up to this day, I'm not the same person I was before, nor anybody in my family. It's like living a living nightmare.